on the road. But if you're involved in an accident, either as a driver or a rider, having the right insurance is key. And that's why you need the trusted legal team on your side. The firm of Larson and Larimer. They take the personal approach to all of their cases and go the distance for their clients. With more, partner Mark Larson. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good morning.
So how common are these crashes with cars and motorcycles?
Well, most motorcycle crashes in general are going to be 9 out of 10 are caused by the car. Most motorcycles aren't crashing on their own. They're usually getting hit by a car. And with the warm weather it is, you'll see more and more motorcycles on the road, bicycles on the road. And with all the people on their phones and texting, I'm sure you've seen people weaving back and forth in and out of their lane.
Yes.
And as you go by them, they're looking at their phone, they're talking on their phone. That little weave causes huge damage to a motorcycle or a bicycle rider.
And
not so much your
scary.
car, but motorcycle rider, that could be broken bones or worse.
Yeah, it could be deadly,
Yes.
honestly. Do motorcycle riders, do they actually carry insurance even when they're not using their motorcycle? If it's in the garage during the wintertime, do they still have insurance on it?
We find a lot of our clients who have motorcycles actually cancel their policies during the wintertime because they're not out riding their bike. So they'll save a few dollars in the winter months. But they also need to remember this is the time of year to call their insurance agent and get it activated. That's a big problem we see is they forget to reactivate it. The weather warms up like it's been in the last couple weeks, and all of a sudden they're like, let's jump on the bike this weekend, and they forgot to activate their insurance. And something, God forbid, happens to them, and they don't have insurance. So it's a good time to do that.
So what are some of the common mistakes motorcycle drivers actually make?
Well, with regard to their insurance, the biggest problem we have is they don't have enough coverage regarding their uninsured and underinsured coverage with their insurance. When the motorcyclist thinks, well, if I'm in an accident, my bike might get damaged, I might get hurt, but I'm not going to hurt anybody else for the most part if I hit a car or something like that. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing they got to think about is if somebody hits them, their uninsured and underinsured is hugely important because it's injuries to them that's going to cover, and if they don't have enough coverage there, and we find it all the time that insurance or our motorcycle clients either have the minimum coverage or they waive their underinsured or uninsured coverage, and they don't have enough coverage to cover their medical expenses when they get hit by a car or somebody pulls out in front of them.
So that's why it's so important to have the proper insurance.
Correct.
Right, okay.
And the proper insurance, the most important insurance coverage for the motorcycle rider is the uninsured, underinsured coverage, because 20% of the drivers out there, statistics say, don't have insurance at all. And if one of those drivers swerves into your lane as a motorcycle rider, you're in an accident, you don't have underinsured or uninsured motorcycle coverage in your policy. There's nobody to cover your medical expenses, your lost wages, your damages. It's not there. So one of the most important things we tell them is make sure that coverage is high enough. It doesn't take long to exceed the minimum $25,000 in Colorado.
Yeah. Let me give out your number. If you're just tuning in, we are talking to Mark Larson. He's one of the partners at Larson and Larimer. They're here to work for you. And like we said earlier, with springtime here, nice warm weather, a lot of motorcycle drivers are going to be out there. You want to make sure you have the proper insurance. Give them a call if you do have any kind of accident and you need to find out more. It's 303-647-3980. That's 303-647-3980. And we had a chance to actually hear from one of your clients. His name is Mike Mahoney, and he was actually had a little situation with a motorcycle accident. So let's take a listen to how y'all helped.
When I came to out of a coma, what was it, 7 days later, I'd had all but 2 ribs broken or cracked. Both lungs had multiple holes. I had pancreas and liver were damaged, and my leg was crushed. I felt like I was left hanging. It got to the point where I ended up losing my house. My car was repoed. Everything was taken away.
That is crazy, just like that. One situation. And the insurance company, they weren't paying up like they should, right?
No, unfortunately for Mike, he did have a lot of insurance coverage, but his problem was his insurance company didn't want to pay it. So we had to battle with them to get it paid. But eventually there was enough coverage to cover a lot of his bills and expenses. And then eventually we went after the insurance company for their delay in paying it, and they ended up paying a lot more. But the good thing about Mike was, you know, he had the coverage, and his accident was he's on his way home from work, happened in a heartbeat, changed his life. So he needed to have that coverage and relied on that coverage, which we try to make sure all of our
Encourage.
clients get your coverage, check your coverage, make sure it's enough.
Well, this is what Mike had to say after working with the fine folks at Larson and Larimer.
I would definitely recommend Larson and Larimer for the simple fact that I have full faith and confidence in their ability to protect you. And they've protected me. They took care of my interests. They took care of what I needed to be taken care of. They made sure that I could come back and get a house that I had lost and start my life over and work back to where I was.
Very, very nice. You helped him regain his life back again. If someone's watching and they need to know if they have the proper insurance, I know you're not an insurance company, but you've worked with enough of these cases. Can they call you?
Absolutely. As always, anybody can give us a call and they'd like to discuss what kind of coverages we would think they should have, or review their policy for their motorcycle, make sure they've got coverage. And bicycles too, people don't understand, your underinsured covers you on your bicycle if you're getting hit by a car also.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
But as always, we're willing to do it no charge. And if, God forbid, somebody does get hit on a motorcycle or their bicycle, feel free to call us. We never charge anybody unless we recover or get a recovery for them, and be happy to talk to them about their case.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. And they handle a wide range of cases, too. Put the attorneys of Larson and Larimer to work for you. Their attorneys have helped people recover millions of dollars in compensation for such things as medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering. The attorneys from Larson and Larimer will give you the personal attention you deserve and aggressively pursue your case against those who have caused your injuries. Give them a call today. It's 303-647-3980. That number again is 303-647-3980, or find them online, personalinjurydenver.com. They